Thank you. So after I got my diagnosis, my first reaction was to believe probably the psychiatrist wasn't qualified enough, and I worried about how they made a mistake for quite a while. Also because I had read so much about it before I went there that I kind of knew the answers they wanted to the questions. So I've been training for this since I was 13 years old, answering the multiple choice questions in Cosmopolitan magazine, you know. I knew what to pick because I knew I did indeed have the greediest vagina. But look, the diagnosis stuck, and there's only one thing for you to do if you have low self-esteem and a high sense of shame, and that is marry a Frenchman. Because, as we all know, Parisians are renowned for their warmth, their open-mindedness, their generosity. It's like their ability to wrap Christmas presents. No, I'll stop. So it's almost like they don't have a word for joie de vivre, you know. But anyway, I married a Frenchman, and that's all fine. Not here to talk about that under strict instructions for the evening. There's nothing I like to do more than do what a man tells me. But at one point, he is a good Frenchman. He chose to leave Paris, right? If you choose to leave, that's some heads nodding out of respect. So bravo, Cedric. A little round of applause. He even coached hurling for 6 months. I know. It was 6 months, but it was 6 months I was very proud. None of the children could understand, so it was but it was lovely. But we were on a holiday in France once, and like I said, I got a nice French person. You can't judge a country by the actions of one person, though. As I learned, sur la plage, where there I was towards the end of the holiday, pretty proud with my Mediterranean glow that I was coming back with, when I heard some young garçon talking about me. And they said, we're doing a little French lesson actually. Let's do a little bit of French. We've had a tiny bit of Gaelic, a bit more coming. We've got some English, a little bit of Francais too. I heard them say, elle est blanche comme un cul. That's what they said. Now, they didn't realise that I spoke French. So I knew what they said, but we're all going to learn this delightful French greeting together. So after 3, you're all going to repeat after me, elle est blanche comme un cul. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Elle est blanche comme un cul. She is as white as an arse. That's what they said to me on the beach. I turned to it. Excusez-moi, les garçons. Je suis pas as white as an arse. No. I've been dans le soleil for 2 weeks. You think this is white? You should see my ass. This is not white, lads. My ass is so white it can guide ships to safety. It's so white that I sell the power it generates back to the national grid in Ireland. I keep Dublin 8 powered for at least 3 months of winter. My ass is so white that Éideáin asked my left bum cheek to stand in the general election. And it has poor policies than them, even if it is literally full of shit. But look, c'est la vie, I suppose, and in now a very tenuous link to a new song that I've recently written. Or you can say coo, whatever you want, one of your new words. And it did make me think a little bit about beauty standards and how there's literally nowhere you can go without someone saying, you're too this, you're too that, you're not enough this, you're not enough that. That would actually be a good chorus.